Without a second of hesitation, Kiran packed his bags and left for Delhi. The distance meant nothing to him anymore. He only knew he had to get her back. When Kavya received his unexpected call, her heart raced. She rushed outside her apartment building, but the moment she stepped out into the street, she froze in her tracks. Kiran stood there, looking at her with a depth of emotion she had never seen before. But he wasn't alone. Beside him stood Surya, Sneha, and to Kavya's absolute shock, Kiran's mother. The same woman who had once rejected her now walked forward, her eyes welling with tears. Her voice trembled with deep emotion as she finally spoke. "You were never trying to separate me from my son," she said gently. Tears immediately spilled down Kavya's cheeks. For the very first time, someone had looked past her circumstances and truly understood her pure heart. Kiran's mother reached out and held Kavya's trembling hands warmly. "Please, come home," she pleaded softly. "Not as an outsider, but as family." Later that night, the noise of the city faded into a peaceful stillness. Standing together under the vast, open sky, the heavy burden of the past finally lifted from their shoulders. Kavya looked into Kiran's eyes, the defensive walls around her heart completely gone. She finally gathered the courage to speak the words she had been holding back for so long. "I love you, Kiran," she confessed, her voice soft but entirely unwavering. For a long moment, Kiran simply stared at her, letting the weight of her words wash over him. And then, slowly, a warm and genuine smile broke across his face. It wasn't the cold, guarded, and dangerous smile of the feared mafia king the underworld knew. It was gentle, vulnerable, and completely pure. In that beautiful moment under the stars, all of his walls came down. He was nothing more than a man hopelessly in love. Weeks later, the dark clouds of their past had completely vanished, replaced by the sparkling lights of celebration. Their grand engagement was being held at Kiran's sprawling mansion, a night of absolute perfection. As Kavya gracefully walked down the sweeping staircase in her elegant gown, the entire room seemed to stop. Kiran simply couldn't look away. It felt surreal. The courageous, selfless woman who had once saved a dying, bleeding stranger now stood beautifully before him, destined to be his forever. During the ring ceremony, as he gently held her hand, Kiran's mind briefly flashed back to that stormy, rainy night. She had chosen to save his life, completely unaware of the dangerous world he came from or the power he held. He looked deeply into her eyes, leaning in close, and whispered softly, "Are you still scared of me?" Kavya confidently met his gaze, a bright smile on her face, finally ready to step into his world, side by side.